Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for liking, subscribing. Um, Today, we're going to celebrate one of my students for two reasons. Number one, it was his birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Liam. And B, Liam played in a very tough chess tournament on Saturday, and he went 3 out of 4, and he tied for second place, and he gained about 100 rating points, and he crossed the rating of 1400 in real life. 1400 in real life is quite impressive. In chess.com, as you can see, he is rated in the mid 1600s, and we're going to look at one of the games he played recently. And we're going to learn from a lot of good moves which he played, and we'll also learn from a few other things. The time control was 3 minutes, um, so some mistakes are bound to be made, but let's take a look. E4, E6, this is the opening which Liam likes, the French defense. The point is black wants to play d5, d4, d5. Now white has a choice. White can push, white can defend, white can take. He might decide to defend with the bishop, which is, yes. Knight defense is a little better because of what happened. Because after takes, we can now gain time on this bishop, which is what Liam does. Knight attacks bishop, the bishop drops back, and okay, this is a very, very reasonable bishop right now. The downside is this knight would like to be here. So that means he will probably end up going somewhere else. Bishop d6, reasonable move. This is a good bishop. He looks this way. So if white castles, this bishop makes a lot of sense. Knight e2, as expected. White is bringing things out. Liam castles, good move. c4. White decides to take a little bit more space, makes perfect sense. Now the knight can go here. And Liam plays this move, which it's not terrible. The upside is we open up this bishop, so this is kind of good. And why makes a terrible mistake? Why did he make it? He wanted to gain more space. Why is it a terrible mistake? Because every time you play a move, you need to look at your opponent's forcing moves. So if you look at black's forcing moves, there are not that many. There is the check, which doesn't do too much, and then there is this, which is terrible, but there is also this, which means the bishop. Because the bishop has no squares. And Liam played one of the most natural moves here. He played c6, which is fine. He's trying to get the knight into the game. But again, the key thing whenever you're playing chess, always look at forcing moves, checks, captures, threats. This will help you get much better. I don't like c6 for another reason also. This bishop is kind of blocked, so even if we couldn't win it, I don't want to give him this diagonal, and right now he doesn't have it. So if we don't have this move, I would maybe like to get my knight on this square, and to put the pawn to a5 to make sure that before does not happen attacking the knight. Anyway, c6 takes. Now once again we have this option. Pawn e4 for the second time, and again both players missed it. Again, it's a 3-minute game, so perfection is not expected, but at the same time it's very important to look at forcing moves. So I hope this is one of the lessons you all take from this game. Liam takes with the knight. White plays knight e4. Finally, this no longer is an option, although it's still a decent move. Liam checks, also opening this up. White blocks with the bishop. We have a trade, which is okay. Takes. Liam improves his knight. This is a very good knight, very hard to get rid of it. White castle, then Liam takes, which is also not terrible. That bishop was quite good. So now we have a bishop and he doesn't. White takes with the knight. Liam trades queens and then pins the knight with pins the knight with the rook. And white, for whatever reason, spends 7 seconds and decides to give up the rook, which is insane. I don't have a good explanation for this move. But it's instructive how Liam finishes this position off. A lot of the time you get into this position where you're slightly better. In this case, black has a rook for a knight and a pawn. So the question is, how do you play these positions for win? Rook d8. Why? Because we want to trade rooks. We are up. Also, if we trade rooks, he doesn't have any rooks left. That's useful. White should avoid trades, which means this is not so good. But at the same time, if white moves, the rook was going to invade. Okay, now this rook is going to invade, so that didn't help. Also, obviously, this is kind of a thing. White drops the knight, backstopping that. We have a check. The knight drops back. Liam plays a very reasonable move, improving his knight. White decides that he doesn't like being pinned anymore, so he moves g3. Liam gains more space with f5. Also, the king is about to come into the game. In the end of the game, the king becomes important and he needs to start to fight. So that's what's happening. King g2, well, there is no pin, so now the knight can move. And Liam says, well, I have a rook and you don't, so I'm going to attack all of your pawns. Alright, that pawn gets attacked. This pawn gets taken now, this pawn is attacked, this pawn is attacked, so more pawns are about to die. White moves his other knight, okay, this pawn dies. Check, it's not a terrible move, I'm not sure how incredible it is, but it's not terrible. King moves. Liam is playing the entire bit of hope chess. If white is not careful, he is going to get mated. Except now he's not going to get mated, because now the king has this square. Liam checks, takes this pawn, which is fine. Offers a knight trade. Again, when you're up, you want to trade. He trades knights, he takes a pawn, and he's completely winning. King f5, attacks the knight. Behind the knight, there is a pawn. If the knight goes here, there is a fork. So in defense, and now this is important, Liam simplifies. And if you play a game on your long time, obviously this move is not best, but the point is it just makes like, well, he didn't do it yet, he'll do it on the next move. And now he did it. If you're long time, and you don't feel like keeping track of everything on the board, this just simplifies into an easy win because we have an extra pawn on the right, an extra pawn on the left. So something will win. So king takes. The king is going here. We can create a passed pawn. Okay, or we can just take there. That gets taken, and yeah, white will try his best. But black is faster. And black is faster. And black is faster. And this is pinned. So yeah, and the rest of the game on the white resigned here actually. So several key moments that we need to mention. Number one, always look at forcing moves both for yourself and your opponent. Rule number two: when you're up, you want to trade pieces. When you're down, you don't want to trade pieces. Sometimes you want to trade pawns. Number three, in the end of the game, the king needs to become part of the battle. As you can see, as we move forward, this king eventually joins the fun. And number four, sometimes when you win by a lot, you can give some stuff back and you will still win. I hope you learned something from this video. Again, congratulations to Liam for all the things he's accomplishing. And all the viewers, please like, please subscribe, help this channel grow. and more exciting material will appear soon. Thank you.